Hey YouTube, this is Heather. It is Sunday, August 2nd, and I wanted to go over how horribly my July budget went. It has to do with a few things. One, my income was a little bit higher than I had expected. That's not really a problem. But the issue that I had was that I used my debit card for all of my transactions and I didn't do a cash envelope system. And that really, really hurt me towards the end of the month because I went over on a lot of categories. And also another issue that I realized was, since I get paid almost every day and I run credit card transactions and I get insurance payments directly deposited into my account, and then I'm also waiting for checks to go through, I have to add my income in a lot more than everyone else does. Say if you get paid once every 2 weeks or once a week, you only have to go in, enter your income once, whereas I have to track it literally almost every day. And I realized that I was going back into my bank statement and just looking at what had been posted and thinking to myself, okay, did I already enter that in? What's going on with this? And I would balance my budget with what my actual was versus what my balance was. And sometimes I was a couple dollars off or even like $30 off, and I could not figure it out. And another thing that was an issue was if I was getting paid cash tip. Like, I've had a habit of sometimes just spending that, and then I would forget, oh, well, I have to count that as income and then allocate it into wherever I spent it. So it was a big mess. And for August, I decided that I'm not going to be able to get away with adding my income in, just randomly. I'm going to have to keep track on that. So I think on the side over here, I'm just going to, say tomorrow I reconcile what gets direct deposited from over the weekend. I'll just put a little note here of the last day that I had entered money in. So hopefully that will help keep me on track. Just update it, put a little note updated, August 10th, and maybe it's the 12th. So I can look at everything that was deposited from the 11th to the 12th. So hopefully that will help keep me on track. So I was about correct with my personal business, $36.78. I made more at the day spa than I had expected, and that contributed to me working 2 Saturdays and taking on a few extra shifts from other people who either had a large workload that day, and I just said, hey, I'll go ahead and take that appointment for you if you want. Just kind of stepping in and having that as an option. So I made a little bit more there. Sinking funds. I decided to pay off this credit card, so I just pulled that out of savings. And then also, what else? Oh, okay. So I found a really great deal on a vacation rental for when we go to the San Juan Islands in October. It was a really great deal. It was a cute little cottage, full kitchen, little house, and it was on 10 acres, which was amazing because we're taking our dog with us, so she can run around and chase her ball before we, get our day started. So it was only for 3 nights, plus our pet fee and tax, it was $280, which is an amazing deal. So I went ahead and just paid for it, even though I hadn't budgeted to pay for it last month. But I didn't want to miss that opportunity. So I took that money out of savings. So that's pretty much it for income. Paid CrossFit. I gave Wayne $460 for the mortgage because that's what I could easily take out of the ATM. So I just gave him an extra $10. Netflix, $7.99. Car insurance, the same. Cell phone, a little less. Business rent. My rent is always weird because I always owe them like some dollars and change. So I usually just send them a flat $4.55. Schedulicity, same. Business expenses were high because I had to add the day spa to my insurance coverage. And then I realized my schedule was getting crazy, to the point where I felt like I needed like a manual planner. So I bought one of those. It was $20 at Barnes & Noble. And then, let's see, I bought a client a Starbucks gift card just as a big thank you because she had referred a lot of people. And then some other odds and ends, I don't remember. Credit card fees were a little bit less. Groceries, I know I spent more on groceries than this. I must have used like cash tips or something and then forgotten to log it because I think I spent around $300. So I'm just going to say that. Lower on gas. The pets needed flea meds. So I took $28 from the pet sinking fund to pay for that. Paid off the Visa. That's gone. And then leisure, eating out $51.29. I paid for most of the eating out this month. We ate out too much, so that's going to be definitely watched for August. Personal care was down. Clothing, I went over. I had to buy a new pair of workout pants because mine had a hole in it after I had already spent like $20 on a dress, I think. So I went over on that. Stupid tax, I already went over this in the mid-month. So that was for a new cell phone case for my iPhone because I had to get a new iPhone. And, okay, this was not expected. I purchased a Mac Air, and I will be getting it tomorrow because this little icon down here will not, like, I cannot connect to the internet whatsoever. I had a friend come over and look at it, and he thinks that there's something wrong with like I'm probably saying this wrong, using all the wrong words, but he thinks that my driver that my network is connected to has like malware. We're not 100% sure. That the only way, it doesn't even give me like broadband connection. No, we don't have broadband. And it only gives me the option to connect to Ethernet, which our internet modem is downstairs and this is upstairs. So that's not an option. So this computer is 6 years old. Wayne's laptop is 7 years old. And his is about, like, he's almost not even able to use the internet on his, because he has to upgrade to Windows 10 for Internet Explorer. And he's running Windows XP. So he would actually have to upgrade his entire laptop. So I made him a deal. I've been wanting a laptop for probably the last 4 months so I can take it to work with me, do all of my work stuff, like all of my insurance billing there. And especially now that there's a couple of days a week where I'm at the day spa and my office, it would just be really nice to have a laptop portable with me. So I decided to bite the bullet. I bought a brand new Mac Air from Best Buy, and I got a bigger discount because I purchased one that was in brand new condition but an open box. And then I upgraded the shipping so I could get it faster. So I spent $835 on a Mac that usually retails for a little over $1,000. So I feel like I got a really great deal. So I just pulled that directly from my savings account. And then we paid for Spartan Race. So that was a little bit under. And then sinking funds, I put $100 into vacation. So this number in parentheses, since I paid $280 for a rental, I just kind of pulled that out of savings too. So I have to repay myself $188, and Wayne owes me $145 of that because we're splitting the cost. So really, I owe myself like another $50, which that will be covered for August when I refill that sinking fund. I put $100 in the car maintenance. I decided to fund holidays, $25. And then, if you watched my previous video, I was just recording something driving in the car. You'll understand why this got changed from New House Fund to Honda Element Fund. Because we decided that we're probably going to be staying in our house for a while. So, and during that time we will need a new vehicle, so this is allocated for a new car. And I did, $213 for that. So pets $30, and then ended up using $28 for flea meds. So there's $2 left. Business expenses, I funded that. iPhone replacement, I funded that. That bill will be due this. So I paid $200 for a new iPhone because I had insurance for it because I had cracked mine. And then water got on it, so it was completely dead. So I saved $100 last month because it's a $200 replacement. So then I'll put another $100 towards that to cover it, and then that bill will be due the end of this month. So I'll have to pay $200 for my new iPhone because they add that on to the next month bill, plus my cell phone payment of $171. So I'll owe them $371 in August. $200 for business taxes. That's way low. So, oh well. So that's it for July. So, valuable lesson. Cash envelopes are good. And I've already started that this month. So, let's go to August. My expected income from my business, $3,800. I got paid a $25 copay yesterday, and then the rest is coming through credit card transactions. So that will probably be posted tomorrow or on Tuesday. And then day spa, $700. I've been there 2 weeks, and I worked a lot during those 2 weeks, and I looked at my $600 paycheck that I got, and I was like, wow, that's not worth it. So, the days I told them that I could be on call, they actually had just written me into the schedule, so I had them take me out. So I think August is going to be a lower month. So we'll just see what happens with that. And then previous month, so $1,337 is different than my balance down here. I could not for the life of me figure out where that extra money came from. So, July was just, first time doing a budget in a couple months. It's going to take some time to take the training wheels off. I'm just going to say that. So this was my actual rollover from July. And then August 1st, I had to pay for CrossFit, so that was auto-drafted. So here's the normal expenses: CrossFit, mortgage, Netflix, insurance, cell phone. It's higher because of the new iPhone payment. So as of right now, as of yesterday, I took out $225 to put into some cash envelopes. So I just marked in here what I filled them with. And then when I go to fill them again, probably next week, I'll just add what I took out to these numbers so that ultimately I'll be paying cash for everything, and then hopefully I will not be going over any of these envelope numbers. So I upped groceries and household because this month we're going to be going camping with my family at the beach, so I'm going to be in charge of one of the meals. So I have to prepare a meal for about 16 people. So I upped my grocery bill, and I also upped the gas bill because it's like a 2.5 hour drive. And last month was cutting it pretty close, so I just want to make sure that we're covered. And then also driving back and forth to the day spa, I'll probably use a little bit more gas. Eating out is still going to be $50. Filled that with $20 in the envelope right now. I combined pocket money and personal care just because I feel like those are kind of go hand in hand, so I filled that with $60. And then clothing $100 and house shopping I put $20 in. So clothing I may not buy a whole lot this month. I'm kind of saving up for fall clothes. So I know it's back to school month. We'll see what comes out and if I like anything. But I feel like I get like better deals are out there like end of September. So just $100 in case I find something. And then house shopping, I want to finish decorating our office, and then I feel like sometimes there's like just little things that I want to buy for the house, so I wanted to create an envelope for that. Sinking funds for vacation, this is a negative number. Wayne owes me $145, so I will be replenishing that this month, so I'll have a little over $150 after I replenish it. So that will not be a negative balance. Car maintenance, I'll put another $100 in. My goal is $300 for the Honda Element, so that will be about $4,500. I'll be back up. Holidays $25, pets $30, business expenses I'm upping that to $50. My massage license is due November 1st. It expires, so I have to pay for it in October. So I'm just saving up for that. And then I'm not putting any money in the iPhone replacement because I have to pay them the other $100. So then this sinking fund will be eliminated after I take that money out and make the payment. And then $300 for business taxes. So this budget doesn't balance out because I still have an extra $1,000 in my account from the previous month. Our house payment comes out on the 5th. So the money that I gave him for July will go through for the August payment, and then he has to wait for that payment to clear before he can make an additional payment. So once he's able to make that additional payment for the month, I'm going to take out $1,000, and then we're going to apply that to the balance of our mortgage. So this will be allocated, and then I'll probably just add it to the mortgage here. Well, yeah, I'll just add it here, because then it will balance out, and I'll know that it's not for September. I'll know that I already gave him that money. So that's it for how much of a crazy month July was for the first budget. And I feel like this is just a really good example of why a cash envelope system is important, because I went over on so many things and it was really hard to track going from bank account to putting it on the spreadsheet. And then also, I mean, if there's something that you want and you're done with baby step 3 and you have excess above your emergency fund, I mean, I bought a Mac Air and I was hesitant. I was thinking about buying it for literally 2 weeks and I was really hesitant. And then I was like, you know what? I talked to Wayne about it. He's like, you have an emergency fund. You have extra money. And even then, like, if we decide to buy a car in a couple months, you still have that money. So just buy it. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm doing pretty good. I have savings. I can afford it. So I was like, I'm just going to buy it. And now I'm so excited to get it tomorrow. So yeah, you can do that when you're, past baby step 3. So that's fun. So hopefully August will be a little bit better with not going over leisure and monthly costs. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.